Hey sports fans, Rideshare Commando here. And if you don't see a new joke up here or a new thing, it's because I've been very busy and I'm very tired. But that's okay. So what I want to talk to you about is I want to elaborate on a topic I discussed previously in another video, and that is calling riders. So let me give you a little bit of clarification because I don't want you to be misled and I don't want you to have incomplete or false information. So, first off, the only time you should ever call a passenger is when it's a 10 to 15 minute or more ride. And I've had 23-minute pickups before, so I mean, that does happen. But the reason being is a gallon of gas for me is 22 miles. And with a 15-minute ride, that's quite often 10 miles. So that's a half a gallon of gas. Plus, it's 10 to 15 minutes to get there. So, yes, I will call them just to make sure, hey, I want to verify that, or here's how it would sound. Hey, I want to call and just make sure you're not going around the corner and that we had a decently long ride, and just to let you know I'm about 10 minutes away. And usually they'll say, no, I'm going a decent distance. Then I say, okay, I'm coming. So, and I'm 10 minutes away. Then I hang up the phone. But in the city, there is no reason to do that. If it's less than 10 minutes, there is no reason to do that. And if you do that on a regular basis, you can get deactivated by Uber and Lyft. True story. But it's at their discretion. And if you're using discretion on basic economics, okay, I drive this far and I spend this much time, and I'm only going to make around the corner money, then yes, Uber and Lyft understand. And that's a good case to make if you're only doing that for 10, 15, 20-minute calls or 20-minute rides. So I'll give you a great example. There was one person, it took me 13 minutes to get to them. And their fat, lazy self only needed to go 1 minute away. Not joking. It wasn't raining. It wasn't snowing. It wasn't even windy. They just wanted to go around the corner to 7-Eleven. Okay, passengers, especially with the Uber platform, don't give a damn about you. They really don't. I mean it, they don't. If you died tomorrow, it would not change their day. Okay? So, understand that you have to protect yourself and your own economic interests. If there's nothing else and there hasn't been anything for a few minutes, okay, maybe that'll put you in a better position. Because I'll give you a great example of what happened yesterday. I had a 15-minute ride, or 15-minute pickup. They were on Mercer Island, which is in between Seattle and Bellevue. And it was during the afternoon, like around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So obviously, if I'm getting that ride, nobody else is around. 2, that bridge alone is 4 miles. So I'm guaranteed at least a 4-mile trip. And it actually rewarded me further. I ended up going about 30 miles or so-ish. So it was a good trip. And then right after that, I had a 12-minute, 11 or 12-minute ride to pick up an Asian gentleman. And it was on the outskirts of Seattle. Now, I didn't call for this one either. I didn't call for either ride. Because, one, Mercer Island, that guaranteed you're going to get a decent ride. It's far enough away from the center of anything that you're going to get a decent ride. The Asian gentleman, he was in another place. He was on the outskirts of Seattle. He was in the sticks. And so, yeah, he's far enough away from everything that anywhere that he would want to go, I'm going to get a decent ride out of it. So I took it. Didn't call. Use your better judgment, because that Asian gentleman was a hour-long, 55-minute ride and 40 miles. That was nice. It was not bad. So just use your better judgment. Kind of hard to put in better words than that. But you don't want to do this on a regular basis. You don't want to call on a regular basis. And just be smart about it. Because Uber, Lyft, they will look into it. And if they see, okay, it's only for the longer rides, then okay, that makes sense. But if you are doing it for every single ride, then that's disruptive. And that puts a bad taste in riders' mouths. You can get deactivated. So anyway, I hope this video helps you out. What I was doing to find those two long rides, one of them at least, I was outskirting, and I'm going to talk about that in another video in the next day or two. But outskirting is where I get the bulk of my money. Like when I want long rides, I do that. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Be sure to subscribe.